How y'all want this shit? Pretty white teeth, huh? But look, how y'all want this? Can give it to y'all any way y'all want it. But one way, for sure. Raw, uncut. About to go in on this shit. Number one, why do people always run back to their exes? I'm not saying that you're wrong if you go back to an ex, but I think that there should be time in between so you can think about it instead of just going back to somebody because of your emotions and feelings. But a lot of reasons why people go back to their exes because they're not, most people, not everybody, they're not improving themselves. They need their ex. Some people need their ex. You know, that's why they take the person back after they kept cheating or whatever. And some people are delusional and actually believe that the person loves them. Some people actually believe the ex is coming back because they love them so much and they just can't find something. They don't like nobody else more than you and all this bullshit, man. It's garbage. You do have some instances where an ex might be like, yeah, this is the one. I want my ex back. I fucked up. There's nobody better than him or her. But when they keep doing it over and over, you take them back, they do the same shit. Come on, man. You know what time it is, man. No way that I give you one time. You got an ex, y'all got an ex out there, y'all don't want to leave them alone. One time, give them a chance again. But all the time, over and over, they only coming back because it didn't pan out with their plans, man. The people they wanted to go mess with some other people, then come back to you. You the doormat. You they last resort. But yet you thinking that, oh nah, I'm the best. That's why they come back. That's a lie. Ain't no way that I'm gonna keep leaving something that's so special. Makes no sense. That's bullshit, y'all. If you was that damn special, they would not treat you like a revolving door, man. And sadly, you guys, a lot of y'all don't realize that God keeps moving people out your life and you keep putting them right back in there. Because you don't have no faith, man. You don't have no balls as a man. As a woman, you don't have no faith. You want to keep listening to the devil's lie instead of what God has already shown you. But instead of that, you want to fall back to sleep to the illusion of this. I'm going to be happy with this person and all this, and they going to change and all that bull crap, man. You've already read this story 8,000 times, man. The devil going to keep tricking you every time, and he going to keep sending them people back. Because, see, what the devil's doing is hurting two people. He's hurting you and the person that did you wrong. They're going to go to somebody else or whatever they doing, they little thing, and it ain't going to work, and then they're going to come back to you. After they mess with everybody, man. I don't know about y'all, but, man, you can only give somebody so many chances. You know, some of y'all need to really, 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 start loving yourself, man. Because a lot of people have a problem with self-love, and this is why they do that. If you really love yourself, you're not going to just keep taking somebody back. I don't care about the sex and all that bullcrap, man. Everybody always say sex this, sex that. Maybe you don't need to be having sex right now. You ever thought of that? Just saying, man. I'm just saying I see a lot of people taking back their exes. I'm not saying everybody's wrong for taking back their ex. Some people, they probably should stay together. But some of y'all, nah, man. It's obvious and you still doing it. You still doing it. Why? Because of fear. Or because of need. See, this is why I tell women and men, especially women. Because men, it's already a given. It's required of us to be able to provide for ourselves and actually the women in the family. But women need to do this too, because they need to have this mindset, because if not, this is why they run back to people. This is why you run back to the man that bust you in your eye the other night. and cheats on you. And this is why men, as men, we got to be there for women, our daughters, so they don't have to go through this. Oh, he's no good. Come to daddy. I got you right now. Don't even worry about him. You don't need no money. See, this is why men need to get on their shit. You know, so your daughter ain't got to be dealing with some guy that she really don't want to deal with, you know, but she feels she needs to. She ain't got no choice because she needs help. This happens when there's no dad there, and this is so important. With men, I'm telling y'all, man. If I have a daughter, I can't stop her from doing dumb shit like this. But I think if for the most part, at least if she does keep going back to somebody, it won't be because she's struggling. Because as soon as I see them mess it up, I'm stepping back in as the dad like I'm supposed to and taking over. You see what I mean? Because I don't want her to just be running back to somebody. Anyways, man. Y'all gotta leave these exes alone, man. If you love yourself, there's no way, man. There's no way when you self-love yourself that you just gonna keep running back to somebody. It depends on what people are doing. I get it. No relationship's perfect. There's gonna be a lot of arguing and everything when you with somebody. Ain't no way around that one. But constantly getting cheated on, constantly getting beated on, and people don't want to see their own kids. Somebody on my timeline, of course I'm not gonna say her name, you know, because out of respect, it's not about me showing who she is, but it's about the topic. Should I tell my baby dad his daughter's birthday's tomorrow? His daughter's birthday's tomorrow. Hell no, you shouldn't. Let me get this straight. A dad who's supposed to love his daughter, one of the best things that can ever happen to a man, he has to be reminded that it's his baby's birthday tomorrow? Nah, man. He don't even deserve to be around his daughter, man. If a man ain't jumping up for joy, oh, my baby's birthday tomorrow, man, I got to be ready for this. If he ain't got that type of energy, that's not her dad, man. That's just a dude that had sperm, man. And whatever, maybe, I don't know if it's true or not, but I sometimes I feel like people are there's no accident in birth. So maybe God just wanted them to be together for that moment in time. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on all that, but I do know this. If a guy loves his daughter and all this, he don't need to be reminded, oh, it's my daughter's birthday. Nah, he going to be hitting up her. Hey, it's my, what we doing for her birthday tomorrow, this and that. If as a woman, why would you even want this creature around your daughter? This is a monster. Any man that could do this is a monster, dog. Any man that could do this is a monster. I'm not judging, but you have to be heartless to know it's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, but I ain't even going to hit her up. You got, even if you didn't have no money. Now I know a lot of men going to say that, oh, I ain't got no money. No, it don't matter. Your presence is worth more than money. Oh, the baby mama is bad. I can't deal with her. Okay, don't deal with her. Deal with the baby. But, you know, I don't want to speak on things like this, man, because, you know, I guess you never know situations, but I just don't see it, man. If my daughter's birthday's tomorrow, ain't nothing stopping me from seeing her, dog. I just don't see it, you know. And as a woman, you should never have to beg these dudes to see their kids, man. You know, if they got your number, they want to see the kids, then that's on them, man. Fuck all that, you know, twisting people's arms and shit, telling them to be dads, man. Just make sure, watch who you sleep with, man. Really get to know people and look at their characteristics. Are they known for quitting jobs and things like that, walking out on people and things like that? If so, they probably gonna do it with their kids too. Because ain't nothing easy about being a parent. You know what I mean? And I know that, and I ain't never had the opportunity yet, but I could just see it. That's why I salute people who are parents. I know how hard it's got to be. I can't imagine it, but I can have a decent idea. Like, yeah, that's got to be some hard shit. You know? While we on it, the perception of black people, I need to talk about that too. Here it is, right? You know, I need to address this one. I think sometimes as black people, we think that it's only us. For whatever reason, I guess because we're brought up in a certain type of condition or something, so we think it's only us doing this, or it's only us doing that, or we don't never stick together. It happens in every race, man. The thing is, a lot of times, unfortunately, we want to glorify shit. So what do I mean by this? Little girls, kids fighting or whatever, you know what I mean? A lot of times, who do you see doing this? Right? On YouTube, it's black people, right? But this happens in every race. The thing is, we are the ones recording it and glorifying it and putting it out there. So it makes us look worse than all the other races, even though they do the same shit. But for whatever reason, we want to put it on. We want to be the one. They put their shit on YouTube too and all that, but not as much as us. So basically, we making ourselves look like the bad people. And it makes people not want to respect us, not want to work with us. And I'm not going there to buy my food there or this or that. This is bad. You know, we got to stop glorifying ignorance, because that's not who we are. We all know this, but the other people, especially if they never been around us, they don't know that. They're the gangbanger. They don't know this. All they know is what they see. And unfortunately, we are putting out shit that is really not us. It's a bad perception. Yes, some people, but it's some people of every race. But for whatever reason, it's strongly advertised as this is what black people are. And that's some bullshit. I'm going to tell you why it's got to stop. For one, it's just pure stupid. It's got to stop. We are better than this. You know what I mean? And when I say we, that don't mean that I'm saying other races don't do it. See, I'm not stupid. Some people actually think that way. Like, oh, the white people don't do this. Yeah, they do. Everything the black people do, they do. It's just that it doesn't seem that way. Why? Because they are hiding it. They're not putting it out there. Sometimes, yes, but not as much. Like Boys in the Hood and all these movies and shit. That shit happens in every community, you know? But the reason why we got to stop doing this is because, you know, we need respect from other races of people, because all people are supposed to get along, for one. For two, it will help out so much more. What if you have a business? People of other races ain't going to be scared to come spend money with you and shit like that. And they'll start to respect you more instead of fearing you and all this other shit. And then once people start respecting you more opportunities. Oh, yeah, such and such, Gino and Tawan, them black dudes that do them roofs. Yeah, they know what they doing. They do a good job. Yeah, we're going to fuck with them. See, but it's hard to do that when everybody got this perception that we just some monsters, you know, gang-banging monsters. And that's far from the truth, man. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is clean it up. All I'm saying is stop glorifying. I ain't saying that the race is worse than the other races. I know better. But stop glorifying the bullshit. Everybody's guilty of it. Yeah, everybody. But everybody don't glorify as much as us. Got to stop doing that. I know rap music kind of, it's a condition. I already know who's at the controls of it, you know, the elite. They put that on us because I hate to say it this way, but I think they fear that these group of people are possibly very, if not the strongest, very strong. And they fear them people ruling the world again. So they have to use these tactics to keep these people dumbed down. They don't want these people reaching their full potential. I'm just being honest. Man. They don't want no races, honestly. But they definitely don't want these people for whatever reason. That's why they're so hard on them. That's why they got so much programming on them and so much drugs and everything in their communities to keep these people down. But they can't do it unless we let them. Whatever's wrong, God will fight our battles if we do what's right. Can't be stopped. Can't be stopped, y'all. So something got to give. You know, all this, you soft and you weak and stop that shit, man. If we ain't about to fight or something, who gives a fuck about who's soft and all this bullshit? You know, you can't prove it anyway. So if I'm not running around, if you're not running around like a bad bitch or some gangster, you weak or soft or something, or you're not black or something, come on, man. Stop that shit. Stop. I think that's all I got to say about it, though. All that shit, man. Stop taking your exes back because you lonely and all this bullshit, man. That shit ain't got nothing to do with happiness. You're going to take back and I understand this too. Sometimes you be like, man, ain't nobody else better. Fuck it. Might as well go back to them. And that's what happens a lot of times. But shit, I mean, you still better off alone if you dealing with some man beating on you or lying to you, cheating on you and all this shit, man. I don't care what y'all say. Because at some point, you're going to get over that. And you're not going to miss that person no more. You're going to be free. You ain't got to worry about getting lied on and cheated on and all this dumb shit. So, you know, you got to, this is what God, see, everybody, God. I believe in God. I'm jump up and down and I'm going to sing. But when the going gets tough, you know what I mean? When the shit hit the fan, you still believe in God? Like Pac said, do you believe in God? See? That's when everybody want to fold and stuff. If you really believed in God, you'd be like, you know what? This ain't what God. He already showed me last night. Dude punched me in my face. I'm not going back to that. That can't be what God got for me. And you would leave him alone, no matter how much you wanted to miss him and all that. You see what I mean? Because you would rather, you know, walk the path with God instead of running back to the devil's lie. But whatever. You know what I mean? People are going to stay stuck. And this is why a lot of times people have kids by these type of people. And then you end up taking care of the kid on your own. Or as a man, sometimes women be foul. Now you on child support and all this bullshit. You know? It goes both ways. But I think that's all I got to say about it, man. Most exes, man, they only come back because they try to replace you and they didn't. But don't take that to your head like, they try to replace me and I'm better than the ones they try to get. No, it don't matter. What if they succeeded? And sometimes it ain't even because of that. It's because whatever they did to you, that karma came on them. And now here you go to save them out their fucking karma. Thinking that it's because you so much better and they miss you so much. Nah, you just saving them out their karma, man. I'm telling you. 9 times out of 10. You know, you got that one time that some people do sincerely come back. But you'll know because they won't be on that bull crap no more. They'll come back and it'll be a whole different ball game. But if they come back, do it again, and leave it alone, man. You know, if you want to get over it, you're going to have to leave them alone. Y'all keep opening the same wound over and over. And you know deep down you're really not happy because you're thinking about what they did. You're thinking about that other guy or girl they messed with or whatever. But some of y'all in that position where you need somebody. Oh, he's got some money though, so I got to feed my kids. See, this is the problem. But you should be already on your stuff. See, focusing on a man too much, stuff like this gets you in that position. Even as a man, focusing on women too much, I ain't got nowhere to stay. So I got to mess with it, dog. I can't leave her alone right now. See, focusing on women. You wouldn't be in that position if you was focusing on being a man and improving. Or as a woman, if you was focusing on self-improvement. You wouldn't have to, damn, I really don't want to mess with this guy, but I ain't got no choice. It wouldn't be like that. Actually, you wouldn't have to deal with no guy that's not right for you. A lot of women don't want to deal with a lot of these men, but they in a position where they like, you know what, it's probably better than nothing. And sometimes it ain't even financial. Sometimes it's just mentally, they not strong. So I'm going to go back to him because he said he was sorry. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it go. But, man, that's all, man. I'm going to leave this alone, man, because I ain't going to keep talking in circles. But I hope y'all got what I'm trying to say. And I'm sure there was another topic that I wanted to say, but I don't remember what it is. So it is what it is. I'm not going to try to think about it anymore. I thought there was only 3 topics, and I think I touched them all, man. So, yeah, man. That's about all I got to say. Baby daddies, man. Stop trying to force these dudes to be dads, man. You know what I mean? People say, it's hurting the kid because he ain't around. Yeah, but if he ain't genuinely coming around, or it hurts the kid worse, you know, to see the dad come and go versus the dad just gone. My dad wasn't around. When I was once I turned 7, I didn't even know that was my dad, but I didn't know. You know what I mean? I ain't see him ever again until 27, 20 years later. And he couldn't even see me because he had glaucoma. You know what I mean? So he couldn't even see me. But guess what? I think I'd rather it happen the way it did than my dad coming and going. You know what I'm saying? And I actually think it made me a better person. I don't know. Because maybe I would have been a better person if I was around my dad. I don't know for sure. But I know not having a dad definitely had a good impact on me. And I know if I ever have a kid, that shit ain't happening. That's for damn sure. Because I would never want my kid to feel like I felt. Like, who's my dad? Come on, man. That's some crazy shit. You know? But he knew all along. That's the sad part. But I don't hate my dad, you know what I mean? And that's another thing. Stop trying to make these kids hate their dad and all that. Don't even worry about it. It's not your job to make them be their dad, a dad. It's not right if it's not genuine anyway. That's like in a relationship, a woman don't really want me, but I'm going to force her or try to convince her to want me. That's stupid. If it's genuine, I ain't got to do that. So all y'all women out there, or men sometimes, feel like you got to deal with all this bullshit with people you got kids by, don't even do it. Just worry about your part. Just do your part. Eventually your kid will be old enough to see through the bullshit and they'll know what's what. Plain and simple. And at the end of the day, it's a loss for them. It's a loss for them. That was a blessing for them to have a kid and they didn't care about it. So that's their loss in the end. Even if they don't feel like it right now. But, ain't no person who care about their kid gonna not know their birthday or not want to see them or whatever. You ain't gotta beg a person to be a dad or a mom. That's crazy. But we live in a sick, twisted world, man. Every day you see different stuff that make you. This is why, man. I talk about these things not to be negative. I talk about these things because I feel like it's positive to know about the negative and to point out the negative and to understand the negative so you don't fall victim to it in any way. I think negative is actually hiding. I don't exist. That'd be me sitting on the train track. I see that train right there, but, I'm going to act like it doesn't exist. Then it smacks my car. Come on, man. Can't do that in life. Everybody want to talk about all the good stuff, and then they wonder why they fall victim to the bad shit. You gotta deal with the bad shit too in life. You gotta take the good with the bad. It's all good when the things are going good, but that bad stuff has to be addressed. It has to be investigated. It has to be. So if for example, women hear me say women will do this game or play this game or shit test and all that, they'll take that as some guy been bitter, but really all that is a guy been on his P's and Q's so he don't pick the wrong woman. Don't mean you hate women. It just means that you understand that there's good and there's bad and you need to pick through. And that's what women need to do when it comes to men. But sometimes women feel like this is negative and I should give every man the benefit of the doubt. And look what happens in the end. Look what happens when you ignore a negative. It turns out to be negative. Because I guarantee you a lot of the kids, the people they had a kid by, I guarantee you there were signs. But they probably, no, that's all right. I ain't gonna worry about it. You know what I mean? And then one of the things about a man is this. A man's decision making is, everybody say money, looks, and all this shit. That's fine. That's great. But guess what? A man's mind, dog, that's the most ultimate weapon. Because your mind is your spirit. Your mind is your decision making. No man in his right mind. I mean, yeah, sometimes you might be younger, you might not understand or something. But for the most part, no man in his right mind going to get a girl pregnant that he does not really want to be with. It just doesn't happen. Unless it's a severe accident somehow. I just don't see it. But obviously a man didn't want to be with the woman if he's just going to leave his kid alone and abandon her or whatever. But that's also part of a man's decision making and shit like that. And women need to look at these things, man. Why are you not wearing a rubber? It's bad enough you shouldn't be sleeping around with everybody. But at least wear a rubber, something. That shows an irresponsible person. You bring a life into this world now, what? It's just not good, man. But I ain't gonna keep preaching on the shit, man. Just telling y'all how I feel, man. And so until the next one, man, stay up, stay smart. Because the mind could get you $1 billion. The mind can get you everything in life, including God and all that. Let's not forget about all that. All that's tied into your mind. Everything, man. Everybody's so worried about this outer side. That's fine. But what about that mind? Your spirit, your soul. That's the most important part. You abandon that, you lose yourself. And you might even lose your life or something. Or lose people around you and stuff like that. A man in his right mind ain't going to be ignoring you're going to think like, this is my kid. I can't do that. You know what I mean? I really don't want to deal with the baby mama, but you know what? I got to do this for my kid, man. I really didn't want to be a dad or have a kid by that girl, but you know what? As a man in my right mind and thinking, I got to do what I got to do. Or I see that nice girl with that nice ass and all that. I definitely would hit that. But you know what? I got a girl at home, a wife at home. So in my right mind, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth all that. It's nice to look at or whatever, but nah, I ain't going to do that. See, that's why I say, man, it's so underrated. And then when you start kicking his knowledge and stuff, oh, it's a turnoff. He's lame and all this. That's what a lot of women think. But guess what, man? Not smart women who pick good men. That's why a lot of that complaining, y'all must be dealing with bad women and men, because there ain't nothing to complain about good men and good women. There's nothing to complain about. It's only about the bad ones. So I can only assume that that's what you like, right? I don't need to complain about. I'll tell you what bad women do, but I ain't got no complaints. Let them be bad. I'm not checking for them. I'm only checking to see if that's who they are. I could care less. You know what I mean? It ain't going to affect me because I'm not going to deal with them. See? No other way around this, y'all. Plain and simple, man. So ask yourself next time, oh, men ain't shit. Actually, okay, then you must like men that men ain't good for you. The ones that ain't good for you. Because the good ones, there's nothing for you to complain about. And don't act like there's no good man that you're not attracted to. You just ain't looking. You too busy dealing with these people, running back to people. And this is why women shouldn't really be sleeping with people. Because a man that you really might not want or didn't want or might not be that good for you, all that could change, and all these feelings and all that can get attached to you just by sleeping with them. You feel as a woman, I gave up something. Now I need something in return, and he might not give it to you, so you keep chasing this validation to the end of time and all that bullshit. So I'm telling y'all, man, just like men who invest in women, man, I done invested all this, thousands of dollars in this girl, man. She ain't let me hit you. I'm gonna keep trying, man. Come on, man. Y'all get the point, man. Women should not be. I know it's hard. Who don't like sex? But I'm telling you right now, man, be careful who you sleep with. Like, kind of get to know people, man. You got to. What are their characteristics? Personality shit. This matters. It ain't just about attraction. I can see a fine-ass woman, right? It's a little different for men. But, man, if her mind's all messed up, she's on robbing men and shit, I don't think I'd want to go to the hotel with her, or trust even going to the hotel with her. She might try to set me up or something. But, a lot of times people ignore this. They ignore it. They know the dude bad, but oh well, I'm gonna sleep with him tonight anyway and all this, or I'm gonna try to change him or something. And then look, you end up raising a kid on your own. It's not fair, but this is the problem. People don't think. They don't use their minds. Just because you like somebody don't mean you should deal with them. There's a lot of women I probably could like, but guess what? I'm not about to cash out and prostitute myself off for you to like me. I'd rather just wait and leave you alone. I know there's women. I know that I'm special enough to be liked, so why would I do that? There's a lot of women that I wouldn't mind fucking, but you know what? She probably fucked. I know she fucked that dude, and I know he got something in that. I can't fuck with. I ain't gonna do it. See, just because I wanted to or would don't mean I should. Or just because I'm curious about it don't mean I should. Think about it. Think about that shit sometimes. Just because you curious or whatever don't mean you gotta sleep with everybody. And women definitely need to know this, because they got all type of options when it comes to sleeping with people. It's all over, everywhere. You ain't gotta be a good looking woman. Everybody trying to sleep with you. So just because the guy look good or whatever don't mean you should sleep with them. It's just a fact. Don't mean you should try to be with them or whatever. Everything ain't meant to be. I'm sure smoking crack's probably one of the best feelings in the world, but I ain't about to try that shit. It's gotta be, because look how people fiend for it. I ain't about to try that shit. That's why I'm surprised some people I grew up with. How did y'all end up doing coke? You knew what it was when we were severing fiends. I could see in the fiend's eyes, hell no, I don't want no part of this. How did you end up doing it? I don't get it. Never. It never even crossed my mind, because I've seen the fiends. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I'm not talking down on people. I'm just saying, how did you end up? People I grew up with, how did you end up trying coke? How? You look into a fiend's eyes and it's like you seen death down there. 15-year-old kid selling drugs looking in a fiend's eyes, man, that shit's scary a little bit. Ain't no way in hell I would try some shit like that. But people somehow, some way, I guess they think I'm different, not me. You know? You got the not me people out here. Not me this. I sleep one time with no rubber. I ain't gonna get pregnant. I ain't gonna get no disease. Shit. Oh yeah, I can sleep around with everybody. Yeah, there's one for the men. Ain't no AIDS and herpes and all that. I could do it. I'm bulletproof. Stupid motherfuckers, man. What makes you different? Oh, I put on a rubber. Still can get it. Through the pores and shit. Shh. Man, y'all better wake the fuck up, man. Hey, man, I don't know what else to say about this, man. Like I said, I'm sure it is nice to, I see a lot of dudes. I'm sure it is nice to fuck this one tonight and that one and that one and that one. But what about them consequences? Don't add up to me versus picking one solid woman. And the consequences, they just STDs or having kids out of wedlock. It's when you're dealing with a bunch of different women, unless you're already established as a man, maybe I'll give you that. But even if you are, there's room for improvement. So dealing with a lot of different women can alter you reaching your full potential as a man. That's a consequence. Because you only live one life and you want to live it to the fullest. That's why when you pick that one special woman, you don't need all that energy for, let me lie to this one and this one. You ain't got to do all that. You got the woman that's down for you. Give her the energy that she deserves. And she probably going to help you reach your full potential. Because she actually there and cares. She ain't just there, just some girl that might set you up in a hotel. You can't tell these men nothing, man. I swear to God, you can't tell them nothing. They'll see these videos, you hating it, man. That's why I don't argue with them no more, man. I'm going to let you think what you think, dog. It's hating, okay. We're going to see when we're at the finish line, let's see what happened. We'll see who's right and who's wrong. I ain't argue with you no more. Even the women sometimes, he doesn't talk to a lot of women. He must not be wanted. But this one, he fucks everybody, so he must be special. I didn't tell women this game. The only difference between these type of two guys is one is putting himself out there and the other one ain't. Every man's capable of getting a lot of women. Especially if he's doing something in life, it's not hard. It really ain't. I'm just being honest. But some men, I don't really want that. I don't want no part of that. Just like women. It's easy for a woman to fuck a bunch of men. But some women, they don't partake in that. Doesn't mean she couldn't, but she just, I don't want that. I'm gonna wait. And look what happens. Look at the consequences versus the women who don't versus the women who do. But men, they think there's no consequence. I'm gonna sleep with whoever. Hey, there ain't no consequence to me. Okay, well, I guess you saying God a lie then. I know one thing. I'm scared of God. I don't think God wants me just sleeping around with a bunch of women, hurting their feelings and lying to them and all that. Okay, keep doing it. Keep doing you, dog. See how that turned out for you. But I know the most important thing that you're going to lose is your full potential. And a woman that really, would be with you till death. A woman that you can actually have kids by and if y'all work out, you ain't got to worry about all the crazy stuff. Her keeping you from your kids and all that shit. You know what I'm talking about. But men don't think about this either. They don't understand there's a difference between getting pussy and getting a woman. They still don't get it yet. I don't know, man. I'm out, man. Man, I'm done. Y'all have a good night.